Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 2605 Southeast Market Street here in Portland. We're located in the basement of the home. We're up against the front foundation wall. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We have water currently running, and we just zeroed out the foot counter at the bottom of the cleanout there. Our line is making a transition here over to 4-inch ABS plastic. Got a tie-in there, which is likely, my guess right off the bat is probably an old storm drain connection. A lot of times when they're repairing these things, they have to leave those configurations in there, even if they're not even used. All right, that we're going under there is likely a test Y connection. We're probably going to hit a transition here in just a moment. And there it is. We switch over to 6-inch 3034 PVC pipe here. And that first Y connection that comes in could actually be an external clean out. When it comes to things like party lines and stuff, I've found thousands of them at this point. It's extraordinarily uncommon for one thing to have them in an updated sewer line, but to have them in 4-inch pipe is even more uncommon. So that just looks like a storm drain connection or a clean out access, that first Y. The second one is a test Y connection. And then we transition here to 6-inch clay pipe. We're going to go locate the terminus here, verify where the line terminates at while the pipe drains out. As far as flow goes, the line has great flow all the way to the main lateral. Even the clay pipe here is in nice shape. So we'll have a little bit better look at the condition of the sewer line here in just a moment when we reel back in. But it is certainly functioning nicely. Alrighty, located the camera head successfully. The line terminates at the main out here on Southeast Market Street. We're going to start reeling back here. I'm going to go locate the transition here just to verify if you have any clay pipes still in homeowner responsibility. It looks like it's been dealt with all the way to the curb, but we're going to go verify that. All right, I located the camera head just now, and we are about, I'm picking the locate signal about 6 inches to a foot out from the curb into the roadway, so it appears that all the clay pipe is in city responsibility at this point. Which there's really nothing wrong with that clay at all. It's just the more likely of all the materials that go bad on you at this point. But clay lasts a very, very long time. All right, all the 3034 PVC pipe there looks good, drains very nicely. And so this thing here, it's called a test Y. Basically, it's just like a clean out. They use that to plug the line and pressurize it when they're installing it so they know if it's sealed or not. And then it's just capped off and never used again. That's all that is. And then this other Y that comes in here, from when we start at the clean out here, we get about probably 20 feet of the first 20 feet is underneath the home. You've got this crawl space section here that the line goes under, so that Y is coming in immediately outside the foundation wall. And given where the downspouts are coming down out there, it just looks like a downspout connection is all this Y is back here, which we'll see in just a moment. right there. On top of that, generally if you have an actual party line tying in, you're going to have generally evidence of that. You'll have film, grease film, stuff like that coming out of there where you can very clearly see that debris has been flowing down the line from that area, which I don't see any of that. I'm not even sure if that's still actively used by the storm system. I believe that when you update these old sewer lines by code, you have to put the old storm drain connections back in, even if they're not going to get used. So a lot of times you'll end up with downspout connections that aren't even utilized anymore, and they're just capped off. And this cast iron pipe here looks great. There is not even a speck of rust buildup in it. No flaking, anything. It looks like it's in great condition. It's still very smooth. So you've got a lot of life left in this cast iron as well. So we're going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the line. You got a little bit of, that looks like some solidified, that it's a piece of cast iron that's solidified to the bottom of the pipe. Likely when someone was doing some repair work at some point, when they updated the stack down here, they chipped a piece of cast iron off and it got down the sewer line. So I'll notate it in the report. In my opinion though, I would not recommend trying to drain clean that. You could end up beating the pipe up here, trying to break it loose, and then you may end up dislodging this and getting it in a way more awkward position than it's currently in. As it sits now, there is absolutely no buildup around it, on top of it, and there's no backup evidence on the top of the pipe there that shows me that has ever caused a blockage or a flow problem. In my opinion, the risk is too high in damaging or dislodging that thing and getting it into a worse position. Right now, it looks like everything is shooting right over the top of it. So I'll leave that up to you. If you want to try and auger that thing and break it loose, by all means, go for it, but I've seen that go awry before, where you flip the thing up in the air and then it gets stuck straight up and down in the pipe and is in a much worse position and then actually causes problems. So anyway, we have good flow to the main lateral connection. All the cast iron, ABS, and PVC pipe on property all appears to be in good condition. And again, that little item there at 3 feet, in my opinion, is too risky to break loose, considering it shows no evidence of flow problems in and around it. The sewer line is functioning properly at this time. The only things that will really hang up on that little item is if you're putting stuff down the line that shouldn't be going down there. Like if someone's flushing tampons down the toilet, the string on those can kind of get snagged on it, but regular toilet paper and stuff is shooting through there with no problem. It's absolutely spotless through that area.